Welcome back to A.P.O.V with Vic Christian. We're having a great conversation here. Kwana, you were saying something. I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish real quick. What were you saying about, you know, your friends couldn't find the dating pool?
Yeah. I have a couple of friends that are a little larger in size, and they have a problem finding men that like them for their size and just for who they are. So they date online a lot.
But don't you think?
Isn't that a problem for women, period? For everyone, period?
Yeah.
Finding someone who likes you for who you are?
Right.
I was going to defend you in the last segment saying, you know, finding people, because the biggest thing I hear all the time is if I'm with somebody, someone says, see, all the good ones are taken. All the black men either gay, or they professional, or they with white women.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Oh, that's
wow.
But see, that's why you got to open up your candidate pool and use the internet to reach out to find more people that would fit in your pool.
But is that lowering your standards? And if that, hold on, and I want to go on that. So if that's the case, and you're saying that it's difficult for people to find people to accept them for who they are, is the internet the only way to go now in the future? I mean, because it seems like what you're saying is that the only way for someone to find someone who's going to accept them for who they are, all their fallities and all their bad points, and that they, you know, they clip their toenails in bed and all that crazy stuff.
Really? Is that a question on eHarmony?
Some people don't like that. Some people don't. Yeah.
Other.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think what it does is it
in?
rounds everybody up that you may have something in common with, and it just makes it easy.
So there's a benefit.
Like a search site, as opposed to going to different clubs, taking your chances. It's like shooting fish in the barrel.
Right.
I'm going to do it.
That's a very good analogy.
I think you prolong.
That's a very old, good analogy.
I think you prolong. I personally feel like you prolong the eventual reality of it when you date through the internet, because everything's through dialogue.
What eventual reality?
That they're going to break your heart.
No, finding out the reality of that other person, because I have something that I told, you know, women that I'm never doing again. It's called that 3 months facade. When you act like you somebody else, and then 3 months later you become who you are.
But that happens all the time. Women do that. That's just.
Whoa.
I think if people actually, I think what happens is,
I said people in general.
I think it's a matter of,
I think it's a guy and a girl.
now it's a matter, when
No,
people
guys
do
do
it
that.
in general,
Guys
I think
do
it's
it
a
too.
matter of how happy you are with yourself. And once you become who you are and you know you're not necessarily going to change or compromise, then you're more willing to expose that to somebody.
Because then you won't think of the things that you say, as you said, are false.
They're going to run off.
Right.
It's just
You're not
who you are.
afraid
It
of
is
that.
what it is.
So do you think the pros outweigh the cons for internet dating?
It depends on that person, I believe, because some people just have
Do you
insecurities.
think, Rocky?
I could really care less, because I'm.
You getting yours in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand.
I tell people all the time.
That's what I mean.
Be aware of those chest up only pictures.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you want
Everything
somebody
is
to know you're a full
Full-figured
figure
woman,
give me a full figure shot.
You taking the one arm aerial photo,
Yeah.
and just see your face. When I just see shoulders and
Look at the anger. Look at the anger.
Oh my God.
shoulders, titties in the face, I know you're a big girl right away.
But what is
And a big
wrong?
nice smile.
But what?
breasts.
But what is wrong?
Breasticles.
Hold on, but what is wrong with using the internet to supplement
No, I
your
don't think-
dating?
There's
I'm not saying
nothing
do it.
wrong with it inherently, but what I'm saying is that it is, look, it is human nature to deceive because we are scared of ourselves. We don't like
So
ourselves.
you're saying it's
most of
just
the time.
easier to deceive with the internet?
Absolutely. It's the biggest mask in the
Photoshop.
world.
Well, what's the use of putting a picture of yourself 10 years ago when you gotta meet that person eventually?
Exactly.
You're like, who
I
the
agree.
hell is this?
Well,
I
maybe
agree.
because you think you can work out and make some changes before.
No, I think
None of
So
mine,
wait a minute, hold
girl,
up. You
none
meet
of
somebody
mine.
today.
None of mine.
I think what
No,
happens is
none of
people
mine.
Body
stall.
magic 3 days.
The same way guys don't say, a guy won't say I'm married when he first meets you, like if he's attracted to you. He wants you to fall in love with him or have an emotional attachment, so by the time he tells you, it's not that easy for you to walk away.
And then I still
And women
walk
do the
away.
same thing. Maybe I'll get him to like me for this reason and that reason, so when I show up 400 pounds, he won't scat.
Well, I guess then there's no difference. Because you're going to lie in person
Right,
and
people-
lie in the
Yeah,
internet.
you know,
Exactly.
You get
The internet
truth
is
up
that
front if
way.
You meet, but I do understand why people don't do as much in-person meetings, because women, some men grow out of going to the clubs and lounges because it's just too much of a hassle. You got to drink when you go out there. You feel like you
Right.
got to do all this and that and
Right.
spend all this money.
Spend $100,
The economy is getting
stuff
bad,
like that.
brother. You got to do your dating online.
It's an economic move that
Exactly.
you're doing right now.
Rocky has but also when you're online, when you go to a club, you can't always control who comes in your space.
Yes.
I don't know about that. I
so-
can't.
No.
No,
As a
that's a
woman,
good
ain't
point.
nobody
As a
coming up
woman,
to
you
That's
really
why.
can't. So
Yeah.
you have 1,000 guys walk up to you, and you might not like any of them. On the internet, you have 1,000 guys, you might not like any of them, but they're not in your space. It's not their direct contact.
I'm gonna
Again,
do
you
it.
don't have that vulnerability.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go on Match.com today.
So you can,
Yes.
you know what I mean? You can be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I'm
But you can't necessarily do that at the club. The guy in your face with stinky breath.
Yes.
Don't let him be an African. You know he's not. Oh, y'all got African sponsors? I ain't know y'all was sponsored.
We have a Nigerian saying, I do not like Larry Lancaster.
I don't like you at all. It was
very rude. He was profanity.
pleasant experience until I meet him.
Yes, so I'm totally for the internet dating.
Yeah.
I've just changed my mind.
Open up your pool.
All
I'm
right.
open. Hey, my pool is open.
Yeah, hey.
Right.
No, it's not. I mean,
Pool open,
it's
you
not
might
a
meet
pool,
somebody in
it's,
person.
you know.
With an open pool, you don't even on the internet. We all right here.
It just closed.
All I
and
need
dried
is a
up.
swimming cap.
It's the desert.
Desert,
Right now.
right.
Oh boy. So, all right. So, do you
gonna
consider
get
the
us out of this
internet
Yeah.
as an overall good thing, or you think overall it's evil for us?
Sex-wise or meeting people-wise?
Just general.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean,
Speaking of sex,
for
no.
me, for me personally and professionally, it's a great thing.
I agree. I think the internet is a great thing. I think where people misuse it is thinking that it can supplement for their shortcomings, where they can't do one thing, like you said, other thing. They try to make it something where they have a lack in their life. If they're not a popular person in person because they have no personality or they have a deficiency in being able to communicate, it gives them a way to get a crutch.
It's like
and-
the
and-
Wizard
and
of
be able
Oz.
yeah.
Remember you went
Yeah,
to
behind the curtain, the man behind the curtain.
He was 10 feet
Absolutely.
tall, and then when you snatch the curtain down, it's a little midget. And people do that a lot on the internet. So, but people do it in real life.
So is
Yeah.
that people do it in real life, but now it's more accessible. It's there. Tasha, you were saying that they were going to close it down.
No, I hope they do. I hope they shut the internet off.
Why?
Really, why?
You think it's evil?
Yes, I think it's the devil.
So,
What? so the internet is the devil incarnated.
The internet is the devil, people. It's too much. We're too connected.
let's have a round of applause for Miss Mubarak.
all go home.
Daughter of the Egyptian dictator.
Yes.
Who was
Why do you
ousted.
think it's evil?
Because people, it's too much. I think.
But now you're going to
Too
get on
much
there
of
and do
everything.
dating.
But
See
it's
how you
acquisition.
said- you
Too
said,
much of everything.
I'm going to sign up now.
Huh?
So, but you just said, you just
Listen,
said,
after I find my husband, then we're going to shut it off. Okay?
Because you don't want him to have access to,
To
Right,
anything.
to your selfish.
Exactly.
He won't have access to anything.
I'm saying, well, I mean, if he needs to go out, well, I can get him when he needs.
Right.
When I go
Kwana?
out.
I was going to say I think there's some positives and negatives to the internet. Now, I do agree that we
they
are a
should shut
little.
it off.
You're true. But we are a little too connected in that we're losing the skills to have person-to-person interaction. And that's the thing that I worry about with the younger people coming up.
Exactly.
They're going
All
to be
the-
grunting.
Yes.
They don't know how to spell.
They don't know how to spell.
They don't know how to spell. They sit up there, they abbreviate or
Text talk.
or they
Exactly.
text talk everything. They go LOL and they actually think that means laughter.
Right, right. So in that way, it's negative, but I think it's positive. Just like Rocky said, it expands your view of the world. It gets you more opportunities, and it helps you out in the long run professionally. So.
Okay.
All
As
right.
long as you don't end up in the trunk. That's what I say. Don't end up in the
Yeah,
trunk.
no CSI.
Don't
the
end no
internet.
All right, we'll be right back with more All POV. Don't go anywhere.